Hi guys, Creative Lauri here. Welcome everyone. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to stay tuned and subscribe. I will have a lot of Christmas ideas and gift ideas coming forward. I also have a lot of past Christmas ideas, which I will be putting into a playlist so that they are readily available. And I hope you like this video. It's just what we're eating for Thanksgiving, my dad and I. So, my dad and I will be alone again this year. And my sister and her husband and nephew will be going to Oregon. And we just found that out. So, we'll be doing dinner, just my dad and I, which is fine. We're okay with that. And we hope that they travel safely and get back safely as well. So I just wanted to show you some of our things, what we're doing. We're doing it pretty cheap. The only thing that's missing from here is one item, and it's at my dad's already. But I'm just going to start from left to right. I have already prepped my kitchen to start cooking for tomorrow so that I can, or not tomorrow, tomorrow's only Tuesday, sorry, Wednesday, so that I can bring it to my dad's already done, and then we don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so first thing, I'll start from the back here. We have this bag of instant mashed potatoes. It's a huge bag. We're not going to use all of it. It's a pound. But I thought we better try to use that before I use the one from the Dollar Tree, because this is good for a year more than this. And the other one, this is in a Mylar bag, so I'm not worried about this one. But this one is just in like plastic, type wrapping, sealed. So after we use it, I'll put it in like some, like a jar, a mason jar if I have one available. If not, then I'll just roll it tight and store it in like a plastic container with a bay leaf. Anyways, but I love instant mashed potatoes. I don't really like real mashed potatoes. I know my dad does, but he also likes the ease and the taste of the instant. So that's sort of what we're going for. And you know what's funny is I do doctor them up a little bit. So however it tells you how to make them, which I do, I might put some parsley flakes at the top or mix them in. I might add a little garlic powder, onion powder, and just to dress up the taste. And to me, that is good. I don't put butter on them. There's no reason. They already have butter in them, so it's saving me money. Okay, next thing is the stuffing. All right, so I got these for 50 cents a package. Let me turn off my, there we go. 50 cents a package or box. This is a chicken flavor. I'm vegetarian, so what I'll do is I'll make this, but I'll take some out for myself and maybe put shrimp flavoring, and then just I won't put the whole chicken flavoring for my dad because it will be too much, like too salty, and it is high in sodium. But I will separate mine from his, and I save the little packets from the what are they called? Top ramen packets, the shrimp one. So I'll be putting that in mine, part of it, and then his will have part of the chicken. And then what I will add to this to make it even better tasting is I have some pecans here, and I will blend them so that my dad and I can just sprinkle them on top. So and he loves pecans, and so do I. So I'll blend them, sprinkle them on top, and then before I do that though, I will be cooking this big, beautiful pumpkin. And I have never tried it in the oven, but I have learned that you can put the whole thing in the oven, like you wash it, and then put it on a tray in the oven, I think on 350 for an hour, but I'll double check because I have never done that. I've always either boiled it, or I prefer actually putting it in the crock pot, which takes, all day. But And then finishing it off maybe in the toaster oven to give it like a broiled kind of a caramelization. But I had watched one of my favorite YouTubers, and her name is She Goes Wild, and she's I think Swedish, but she is living in Italy, my dream. And she did this technique, and she was like, oh my gosh, it's so easy because the skin kind of separates from the meat, the flesh, and it's so easy. You just like cut into it and just like dig out the flesh. So I'm definitely going to be trying that. I don't know exactly how to do it, so I will be looking it up and then attempting that on um, Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So I'll put the whole thing in there. This was 99 cents. This was 50 cents. All right, so another thing we'll be putting into our dressing or stuffing is some smoked oysters, which we love. We'll probably use the whole package or maybe close to it, and put that into the stuffing along with the pumpkin and the probably just like a third of it. Mix it, and I probably will stir fry it and then put it into the stuffing for both my dad and I with the oysters. So that'll be so good. Okay, along for the mashed potatoes, I think I got this for 20 or no. I think this was 33 cents. They were originally 2 for $1, and then they went 3 for $1. And it's just like roasted turkey flavor gravy. So that'll be for my dad, not for me. But I can make my own gravy. But I'm really not huge on gravy, so it's okay. But I want him to have some. This is a one day where I'm going to say you can have whatever you want because he is diabetic. But, you know, he can only eat so much. He doesn't eat that much anymore, so it's kind of beneficial. So, he won't eat that much, but I will add some honey maybe to the very top of the dressing. And the next thing, which is sweet potatoes. My dad has 2 other cans. He has like one big can and a small can like this. It's funny because they say sweet potatoes and then it says cut yams and syrup. So what I do, they're 2 different vegetable, or roots. Anyway, either or we like, but we drain it, and I will save the juice for other things, but that I will usually freeze. So he has more cans so that we can just heat this up. That's all we do. We add some dried cranberries, which I forgot to bring out. And then I will top it with the blended pecans and maybe a little bit of honey, maybe, because it's already sweetened. I'm draining the syrup, so we may not even need to put honey on it. But this was a gift from my dear friend Blandine from an Amish community, and I cannot wait to try it. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm saving this for Thanksgiving, Blandine. All right, so the next thing for vegetables, we are going to have broccoli florets. They're frozen. These were less than $1 at Walmart. I got them over a month ago. I've been saving them. Same with these sweet peas. These were like 78 cents, I think. Cheaper than the Dollar Tree. I just did like a pickup with them, so you had to spend $35 with them. So I've just been saving them, and I use the part of the other ones for my cat's food. I do the natural one, cat food, and I'll do that in another video. But so these are, I love frozen peas, and I love the broccoli florets. Not the regular broccoli because it just gets a little bit mushy. But what I've learned is, and another one of my favorite YouTubers, she will also, her name is, oh my gosh, Frida Stoffer. She will also heat this up in the bag, but then kind of like dry it out in a skillet. And that's exactly what I do, just to get the moisture out of it. The peas, you don't have to do that. But that'll be good. And I might put some flax meal sprinkled over it, which I forgot to bring out. Let me go get it. All right, so here's the flax meal, and that's the great omega-3s. So I might just sprinkle that over actually everything, like the sweet potatoes, put it in the stuffing with the pecans, and that was 99 cents, but you can get it at the Dollar Tree. Mine was out of it, so I had to go to the 99-cent store and get it. Okay, next thing. We normally love the Hawaiian little rolls, and these are 12 rolls. They are so good. They're already done, so all you have to do is heat it up. This was a little more expensive. Well, for me anyway. They are 12 rolls. They were from the 99-cent store, and they were $2.49. And I thought that was a little high because you can get like, I think 6 or 8 from the Dollar Tree, but they were out at the time. And now I went back the other day and they had the wheat ones, 12 rolls for $1, which was really good. But we really do like the Hawaiian rolls. They're just sweet and fluffy and soft, and they looked soft too, the wheat ones. But I had already bought these. These were $2.49, and this was $99, by the way. Okay, next thing I'm going to be doing is the cranberries. So I have most of the bag left of the fresh cranberries that I got from Walmart when I did my Walmart order last month for this stuff. And I'll just be putting them into my crock pot, which I have ready right here. And normally I would be adding some orange zest and lemon zest, but my dad really can't have any citrus right now. So we'll just be cooking them with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of fresh or raw sugar, not very much. And it'll just be to taste because I still want them to be tart. So we can either mix it with the canned cranberry sauce that we have at my dad's house, which we'll open that too. But we can keep it separated because the fresh one is really good. So I just cook it for like probably an hour in the slow cooker on medium. Or high. Actually, high for an hour, medium for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I'll just rinse them and put them in there, and then I will add the sugar. Once they've already kind of broken down, I'll add the sugar, and then very little, maybe a quarter cup, if that. Very little, because we want them to be tart. Everything else, has its place, and we like the cranberries in like a tart state. I might add a little bit of fresh ginger to it, perhaps, maybe a little bit, because this is kind of spicy tasting, can add a little heat if you put too much. So, but it's also sweet in my opinion. So I have some fresh ginger here, and oops, the sun. So I'll be maybe adding a little bit of that to the fresh cranberries when I get them going at the same time, put them in together. Then, of course, we have to do a salad. I'm vegetarian. My dad isn't. Actually, I'm pescatarian. So if you're new to my channel, if you don't know that, so we have a couple of romaine hearts. I've already taken the outer leaves on this one and ate them. So we have 1.5 big romaine hearts, some scallions. I have more scallions, but I've started prepping these. I have 2 red onions, a garlic bulb, and some tomatoes. So we'll do the onions, the garlics, onion, tomatoes, scallions, and romaine hearts in a bowl for a salad. But I'll probably roast the garlic in my toaster oven, and we can use that on the bread instead of butter. It's really good. It's very tasty, and we can add that also to our stuffing if we'd like. So, I can't wait. And I chop my red onion very fine. It's like just fine, fine, and it mixes so well with. I'll cut the Roma tomatoes And my dad has some more tomatoes from his garden. So we'll add those to the salad, but I only have 3 Romas left. So we'll cut the very thin, add the thinly sliced onion, and we'll probably add the onion also to the stuffing. So we like a chunky stuffing. So we're going to have pumpkin that's seared in a skillet, or I might broil it after it cooks in the oven. Then we're going to have the oysters. We're going to put a little nuts in it and seeds, and I might put some dried cranberries, and I might even put a little bit of ginger in the stuffing too. So that's going to be a wonderful salad. And then we'll have the garlic for our bread, or we can put it over our food, whatever. For my dad, I don't have it here. I already dropped it off at his house. We have like a little tin of like a mini, like those little small cans of ham. It was $2.99 at the 99-cent store. It was probably, let's see, as tall as this package. And it was, that's enough for him for like 3-4 meals. And I will be making with my dad, and he can have this too. I only have one filet left. I bought this a month ago. My dad and I split our groceries. So this is swai. It's frozen. I only have one left, but he has 3 more. We will be frying them, and I'll tell you how we're going to fry them. I will be putting flax meal on it after I season them. And you make this like an egg, and then we'll be dipping it in the panko little crumbs. I like the panko because it seems light and fluffy. So let me show you the spices I will be using. Okay, so what it is with flaxseed meal, it's like 1 tablespoon of flaxseed meal to, they say 3 tablespoons of water, but I actually do 4 to 5 because it gets very thick. So I add 4 to 5, and I don't use hot water because then it makes it thicker. So I use cold water, and I'll be dipping first off the fish once it's thawed in this Creole seasoning, and this is Tony Chatteray's Creole Foods. I think it's Tony Chatteray's. That's how you pronounce it. And we like our Creole seasoning, and it's very high in sodium and very salty, so you have to be very careful with it. So I'll just sprinkle it very carefully over the wet filet, and then I'll be dipping it then in the flaxseed meal with the water, which makes it like an egg. So I'll probably add 5 to 6 tablespoons per 1 tablespoon of meal, and it just saves your eggs for other things. So that's why I do that too, and it's just healthier because this adds omega-3 to your already omega-3. Then I am going to be frying them in my dad's deep fryer that I got for him last Christmas, I think it was. And yeah, it was last Christmas. And it's very light and fluffy because it's a deep fryer, so it just like cooks it right away. It's not saturating in a skillet and, getting overly oily. So we eat fried foods very seldomly, but we're going to splurge on Thanksgiving. So that's how I'll be dipping it in the seasoning, the egg replacement, and then the panko crumbs. And then we also have some shrimp I've been saving up for Thanksgiving. If we end up not using this, we'll use it for Christmas, but they're raw shrimp with the shell on because you want, and this was a good deal at Walmart, you want the flavor because the shell acts as like a little covering, and it makes it juicier and it holds the seasonings better. And I will just saute those, but we'll probably just have enough food with just the fish and my dad's ham, the salad, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the the vegetables, the bread, the cranberry sauce, and then we'll probably omit the shrimp, but just in case, I'm bringing it in case we want to do like a little Cajun saute on the shrimp, the jumbo shrimp. Okay, then for dessert, we have, and I bought this for $2.50 at Grocery Outlet. It's a Sara Lee sweet potato pie. It was buy one get one free. So you bought one for $4.99, and I have one for Christmas. It's Dutch apple pie. This one will be sweet potato for Thanksgiving, and I don't have any Cool Whip, but we're not really huge on Cool Whip, so we'll just put like maybe coconut milk on top or nothing. We're good with that, it's fine. We both love sweet potato pie. So I'll be making this the day before along with the cranberry sauce in my crock pot. And I will also, let's see, what else will I do ahead of time? I think I'll wait to cut the salad. It'll be better just to cut it up and do it there. And then we'll just do like a little vinaigrette of olive oil and vinegar or some kind of a balsamic vinegar that we have. We have pomegranate, we have pear. So we'll mix that and have a nice salad. So really I'm just cooking ahead of time the what's it called? Cranberry sauce, and doing the pie ahead of time, letting it cool, and and the pumpkin. Yes, the pumpkin in the oven. I will let you guys know how that turned out. This was 99 cents. That's a lot of pumpkin, so I'll refrigerate the rest. I can't wait, you guys. This is like such a feast. Even though I'm using some instant foods, I'm adding some whole foods to them. And yes, it is something that we don't eat ordinarily, all of this at one time, but that's what Thanksgiving is. And I really hope that maybe I have sparked some ideas for you guys. If you are just, you just have a box of stuffing and you're like, ho hum, so boring. Well, if you have a can of pumpkin filling, or pumpkin puree, not pie filling, you can add that to it. That'll be delicious. Like maybe half the can to it, and I would put a little olive oil in it and some garlic, and then add it to your stuffing. That would be delicious. Then you can add some smoked oysters if you wanted. And then, of course, I just think plain vegetables, seasoned with the mashed potatoes is delicious by itself. And then we have a little bit of bread. If you don't have bread, you can use whatever you have. Tortillas, flour tortillas, roti breads, Middle Eastern breads, pitas, whatever. And it'll be a nice addition, a carb. And then we're going to, like I said, do fish, untraditional, very untraditional, and ham. Totally untraditional for Thanksgiving, but that's sort of how we are. We don't really do the traditional anyway. Of course, we have to have salad, and I will be adding the fresh ginger to kind of everything. The stuffing, the yams or sweet potatoes, and I'll be adding my flaxseed meal and pecans, and I'll be blending them over the yams and maybe the stuffing. And then I like to have fresh cranberries. Just remember, after Thanksgiving, buy as many of these as you can because they are really good for you. And they stay a long time in your refrigerator. So I'll be buying after Thanksgiving about 4 of these packages, and they'll probably be reduced. And it's good to have these on hand as a fresh fruit. So my cranberry, or my pomegranate tree is still not producing, but if I had pomegranates, I would add that to my cranberry sauce. But I don't have any. Now, where I go feed the feral cats, there are some white pomegranates. I might pick a few and add it to that. I'll have to remember to do that either tonight or tomorrow. when I go feed the kitties. But what a great deal. $2.50 for a pie, $2.49, 78 cents. This was like, I don't know, 90 cents or 92 cents, 50 cents. Actually, this one was 33 cents, 50 cents. This was $1. This was $1. A dollar. This was for my sweet friend Blandine. This was 99 cents. This was like $2.49 or $2.99, but ginger lasts a long time. You could freeze it. This was like $2.47 at Walmart, and I've already used a bunch. Tony Zachary's seasoning, you can get it at the 99-cent store and sometimes the Dollar Tree. $2.50 for this awesome sweet potato pie. These romaine hearts were, let me think, 6 for $3.99, which is an excellent deal. So I went ahead and bought them. And what else? The tomatoes. The tomatoes, I think they were like 8 for $1, 99-cent store. And these were 4 for $1. These were 5 for $1, 99 cents. These were 50 cents for a bunch, but that's only part of a bunch. Great deals. The swai fish was a very good deal if you like white fish. Cheaper than cod, and I'm not a huge fan of cod anymore. And it's cheaper than tilapia, and it's a big fillet, and that's cheaper at Walmart. And then I often get the jumbo raw shrimp with it's deveined, but it still has the shell, and it's cheaper, and you get more flavor from the shell anyways, and you could take the shells and make a broth from them if you want to. All right, guys, let me show you one last thing. All right, this is the packet I was talking about, the shrimp flavor. I could add the shrimp shells instead to make a broth if I cook the shrimp for the dressing. So my dad will get the chicken flavor, I'll get the shrimp flavor, but I won't be adding but just like 1/3 of this package, and for my dad the same thing, probably 1/3 of the chicken, because we're going to be adding so many other flavors: the pumpkin, the oysters, the nuts, the seed, so, and maybe dried cranberries. All right, guys, I would love to hear what you guys are having for your Thanksgiving dinner. I'm super excited. Oh, by the way, the ham my dad has was $2.99, if I didn't mention that already. I'm super excited. I'll be doing just 3 things ahead of time. I'll be going to my dad's, and then we'll be, assembling everything, like the salad, heating up the buns when it's ready to, and making the stuffing. And so I just have to come ready with 3 things, and that's pretty easy. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'd love to hear what you're eating, you and your family, and your traditions. We'll just be watching a Christmas movie. It's a classic. Let me show you what it is. Okay, so I bought these a long time ago, and this is Herod the Great. And so we'll either watch that one, but most likely we'll probably watch this one. Living Christ, Volume 1, Holy Night, Escape to Egypt. So we'll probably watch that one. And if we finish that and want to watch something else, I'm probably going to be leaving a little bit late that night. And so I thought about like maybe feeding the cats ahead of time, just like dry kibble, so I can leave late from my dad's house and not worry about them. And I think that's what I'll do, so I can stay late and I can watch Netflix, like a Netflix movie, or we can find another movie on YouTube and put it onto the TV screen. That'll be fun. All right, guys, long video, but I'm so excited for Thanksgiving and the fun foods we'll be eating. So I hope you guys all have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. I have a craft video to show you. Bye-bye. And remember to hit the thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.